name is Omid Tajik, one of the graduate students of TESOL from Language Academy at UTM Johor Bahru. I conducted a study under the title of the effects of online collaborative reading on students' reading performance and anxiety in an English department of Herat University in Afghanistan. This research project was intended to enhance the reading comprehension skills of the sophomore students via online collaborative reading class. In my country, students do not have exposure to the target language, which is English language. On the other hand, reading is considered as the most challenging skill among other skills. Besides, in 21st century, teachers should use technology in their classes, so collaborative learning activities was a good option for me in order to use them in my research to support the learners and have or achieve maximum learning in my class and reach my goals and objectives. These are the three research questions that I tried to find the answer in my research. The purpose of the study was to examine the stability of online collaborative course. It also investigated the reading anxiety and reading perception of the participants toward the course. For conducting the study, I used the same textbook students used to have before COVID-19, but in order to bring the idea of collaboration, I made some changes to the units and activities to engage all the students in the new online mode. So I followed these three theories in my research: social cognitive theory, social constructivism theory, and online reading comprehension theory in order to reach my goal, which was the online collaborative learning English in English reading classes. For the novelty of my research, I should say that it helps officials motivate them to create more classes integrated with online application to motivate other faculties and disciplines to conduct such classes. It can also be the first one and motivate instructors that they can teach online collaboratively and have the same results as the physical classes. It helps the government and universities so they can have online collaborative classes with the students that can interact using the social media or the platforms. It can also provide the students with opportunities to participate in the discussions. This research also can add to the existing literature body and add to the background knowledge of the collaborative research. Other instructors can follow the models or the units that I designed. So I used Schoology as a platform because it is free, and in my country, learners, because of the economy, they cannot pay for the online platform, so they can download the app on their phones, use it whenever or wherever they are, or they can use a computer and simply go to schoology.com and log into their accounts in order to participate in the course. So as I said before, I designed 6 units of the book. I brought some changes, the lesson plans. We had 6 units and the students participated and comment in the discussions of each unit. So yes, it was a quantitative research design, and I collected my data through pre and post test and also the questionnaire that I had. It was a purposive sampling for my data collection, and I used the experimental research design to conduct my research. So I did the pilot study. I used the Cronbach alpha for the reliability of the questionnaire. They were reliable. So this is the descriptive statistics of the control and treatment groups in my study. The control group was individual, and the treatment group, they did collaboration. Normality test result for pre-test and post-test of the control group. The data was normal. Results of the paired sample t-test for control group. The result showed that there was no statistically significant difference between the pre-test and post-test scores of the control group. This is the normality test result for the treatment group. The data was normal. So I did the per sample t-test for this treatment group, which was a collaborative group. It showed that there was a significant difference between the pre-test and post-test scores of the students. So it means that a student's reading comprehension improved. They become better readers. For more uh, information, I did the independent sample t-test also, and the result showed or proved that yes, the treatment group or the group that did their activities in a collaboration, they did better than the other group, which was individual. So I had an anxiety questionnaire with 17 items. These are the levels of the anxiety in control group, the level of anxiety in treatment group, and this graph shows the differences between the scores of the treatment group and control group anxiety. So the treatment group, according to the graph, was less anxious or had less anxiety. This is the normality test for the anxiety questionnaire. So the data was normally distributed. Independent sample t-test for the anxiety, and the results of the independent sample t-test, which shows that the online collaborative reading could reduce the anxiety of students in reading subjects. So we had some perception questions about the perceptions of the students. As you can see, they had a positive perception in general. They had positive comments regarding to the collaborative course, online collaborative course. It improved their reading skills. It was a good experience for them. They could help the weaker students. I also had some open-ended questions that students could leave their comments if they faced any challenge or any problem. The problems they had among the group members or about the time they had to assign so they could work together. That is the meaning of collaboration. So most of them, they had positive comment that it was a unique, useful, stress-free, and some of them had also problems regarding the internet. So in general, about the discussion of the reading performance results, the treatment group that had a collaborative work, they did better than the control group, which was individual work. So online collaboration works in reading classes. Teachers can use it. In the reading anxiety, the discussion on reading anxiety, I can also say that as the data showed in the previous slides, the anxiety of the treatment group participants was lower than the control group. So these are the limitations that I had in my study. It was a small sample size. It can be used in other universities in my country or around the world. And also the researcher can also consider the gender, the issue of gender. So in the impact of this research shows that first of all, it was measured through post test, pre-test and post test, and the questionnaire that I distributed among the students. The findings of the study, as I showed before in the previous slides, imply that collaborative reading activities were successful in developing the reading comprehension of the Afghan EFL sophomore students. Therefore, it can be concluded that the designed collaborative reading activities had a positive impact on the overall reading comprehension development of the participants, even used online. The accessibility of the platform for the students and their responsibility to collaborate in doing the assignments helped to decrease the reading anxiety and increase the reading comprehension in the treatment group who actually worked collaborate. So it is a good idea for teachers around the world, even if they are not in a good country regarding to the economy of the country. There are free platforms and they can use or conduct their classes online in order to have the same results before COVID-19. Thank you for your attention.